What's going on, everybody? Safar Sadek. Yeah, I'm quite sure that's quite triggering, that intro to a lot of people that I really care. But the truth is the truth. And that's what the purpose for these videos are for, to expose truths that, certain people hoped would, stay buried to keep the illusion of control. But this year being the year of karma, the year of exposure, all truths are going to be exposed. So if certain truths trigger you, then you got some work you need to do. You better get it done before the end of this year. The title of this is In These Gods We Trust. You people trust. I don't trust in none of these gods. They're all false idols. All right, let's get in it. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt, meaning symbolically in the context of this lesson, into bondage, again with ships. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. Interesting. Deuteronomy 4:28, chapter 4, verse 28. And there, in this Egypt, Babylon, aka America, ye shall serve gods, the work of men's hands. Wood, in this context, paper currency, the cross, and stone. Islam, the cross, Christianity, stone, Islam, the Dome of the Rock, that black square temple that the Muslims worship at in Saudi Arabia, which neither see, nor hear, nor eat, nor smell. That's Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 28. But yet you people go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs over these gods, and you're more real, or should be, than these gods are. So what the problem is? Okay. Now we're going to go and look into some other scriptures that were taken out of the original King James Bible and uncover why you people are so spellbound by these false gods. The concept of money. And I'm coming here from the Wisdom of Solomon, which was in the original Old Testament King James Bible. I'll give you the precept when I get below. Thus, in the process of time, an ungodly custom grew strong, was kept as a law, in this context, legal tender, and graven images were worshipped by the commandment or the commandments of kings. The whole world is involved in this. Verse 17, whom men could not honor in presence because they dwelt far off. Interesting. They took the counterfeit of his visage or his image from far and made an express image of a king whom they honored, to the end that by this their frowardness they might flatter him that was absent as if he were present. See the thumbnail. Verse 18, also the singular diligence of the artificer did help to set forward the ignorant to more superstition. For he, peradventure, willing to please one in authority, forced all his skill to make the resemblance of the best fashion. This is your U.S. Mint and Treasury departments, and in these other countries, the ones that issue out manufacture and issue out whatever currency they're using. They're doing it based on what I'm showing you right here. Verse 20. And so the multitude, you people, allured by the grace of the work, took him now for a god, which a little before was but honored. The Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, verses 16 through 20. This right here is the concept of currency that has been hidden from you because it was taken out of your so-called Christian Bibles. The Bibles do not belong to Christians. The Bible wasn't written for Christians or by Christians. They hijacked the Bible so that they can pull this off right here. And they pulled it off quite well and got quite wealthy doing it. All right, let's move along. Now, this is paper currency right here. Now, let's go once again into the Apocrypha and let's look at your coinage. Ecclesiasticus chapter 38, verse 27. So every carpenter and workmaster that laboreth night and day, and they that cut and grave seals, and are diligent to make great variety. This is your coinage. And give themselves to counterfeit imagery and watch to finish a work. Ecclesiasticus 38:27. See, the people that run this society, by and large, kept this information hidden from you all so that they could get you to bow down to these false gods. Okay? And that's the reason why you do it. See, they did this. Part of the spell that they cast on you was controlling the flow of information by withholding certain truths so that they can replace it with these false gods. And if you're not the type of person that goes and do your own independent research and refuse to accept the false narratives that are stuffed down your throat, then it's too easy for you to fall prey and victims to this type of magic, because that's what it is, black magic. Now, we're going to go to the book of First Maccabees, which is also in the Apocrypha, and let's see what they did. First Maccabees chapter 3, verse 48, and laid open the book of the law, or the original Old Testament manuscripts, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the images or paint the likeness of their images. Ooh. So if you do your history and your research, the book of Maccabees gives you historically correct information about what the Christians call, and a lot of your historians call, the 450 years of silence between the Old Testament and the coming of Christ. There's no such thing as the 450 years of silence. That too is also a part of their spell. Because if you go read the books of Maccabees and what they call the Apocrypha, you, like I said, you will see historically who these heathens are. They were known as the Seleucian Empire that were the forerunners to the Greeks and the Romans. Now we're getting to it. The Romans. The same Romans that crucified the original Hamashiach, his name is not Jesus, and they crucified most of his disciples and apostles, and then turned around under Constantine, hijacked all of this, painted their images into these manuscripts, and then used that to dominate the entire known world. So, like I said, I know this is triggering for a lot of you, especially you Constantine Christians or Christians whatever. But this is the truth that they don't want you to know. And last but not least, Exodus chapter 20, verses 3 through 5. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in the heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, for I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God. And he's particularly jealous when you use counterfeit imagery of certain deities and, the saints and the Hamashiach and everything. If you're going to do wrong, at least do wrong right. Okay? So I thought I'd come on here and reveal this to you all because apparently nobody else will. Deuces.